All right, everyone, so this is what 7,000 calories looks like. Today, I'm gonna be working out all around Florida to see if I can burn all this off. All right, guys, let's get this challenge started. All right, guys, for the first challenge, I'm doing incline walking. Incline walking is actually one of my most favorite exercises because you burn a ton of calories and it's very low impact on the body. After this first workout, I'm now at 3,021 calories for the day. You might be wondering how to get to that number if I only burn 981 on the treadmill. Well, that's because I burn 2,040 calories a day just existing, just to keep my body alive. That's how much energy my body needs. For the second challenge, Mark and I are headed to the beach. For this second challenge, I'm gonna be hopping in the water to go get a bunch of exercise swimming. While I'm burning all these calories swimming in the ocean today, I'm also gonna be swimming through the sargassum, which, by the way, if you don't know what that is, check out one of our other videos.
Like swimming in the ocean. The water's pretty nice today.
All right, so Craig's trying to burn 7,000 calories, but while he's doing that, I'm just gonna talk about some of the nature and fish and stuff that he sees along the way. All right, so as Craig's swimming along here, he's actually gonna dive down and he's seeing some pretty cool fish right here. So what these fish actually are is a big school of Atlantic bumper fish. These bumper fish, when they're tiny little baby juvenile fish, they actually have this kind of symbiotic relationship with different species of jellyfish. So like the moon jellyfish, cannonball jellyfish, they'll swim around the jellyfish's tentacles and use them as protection when they're babies. Then they'll be full grown, swim out to the ocean. The size mainly ranges from 10 to 15 inches, but some have known to get up to at least 20 inches.
During this challenge, I burned about 450 calories, which brings me to a total so far of 3,471 calories. For my third challenge, I'm headed to the Florida Everglades, one of my most favorite places in the world. There they have alligators, crocodiles, and even Burmese pythons. But I'm not afraid of those. I'm actually afraid of all the bugs. So it took me an hour of driving to get here. I'm 3 miles away. Now it's just pouring rain. I checked the radar. It doesn't look like it's stopping. It was sunny all day. You saw me swimming in the ocean. It was beautiful and sunny. But as you get closer to the Everglades, I think you have to deal with the possibility that there could be more rain.
So as Craig's stuck in this torrential downpour in the Everglades, I'm just gonna talk about why it rains more, or why he experienced this. So the Everglades is actually a super wide, slow moving river. Since there's so much water there and it's hotter during the summer months, more evaporation is gonna happen, which obviously leads to more precipitation and rain, and that's why Craig's run got ruined.
Sadly, as you can see, I got rained out on my first day attempt, so I ended the first day at 3,471 calories, about halfway towards my goal. So now I gotta try it again. All right, so this is day number 2 of trying to burn 7,000 calories in a day. Last time I got rained out, but this time the weather's looking much better. I'm gonna start off my day running this 15 miles at the Everglades. If I can't run 15, I might just stick with 10, but that should set me up nicely for the rest of the day where I can go in the ocean, go to my gym, and do other stuff around here in Florida to try to hit that 7,000. All right, so I'll start my first check-in at mile marker 12. The reason why I'm starting at mile marker 12 is because I'm actually running in the opposite direction, so it's a 15-mile loop. I'm at 12 now, which means I've covered 3 miles so far. I just checked the weather app too, and it's 89 degrees, but it feels like 101. And what I like about running on this path is that the cool thing is that it's just one big loop. So if you, however far you run out, you have to run that much back, or else you'll be stuck out here.
Thanks, Craig. We had no idea how a circle worked.
So it kind of forces you to finish your run. So I'll run to the 10, see how I feel, and decide if I'm gonna do a 10 mile or a 15 mile here to start the day off. All right, so I'm looking at the stats of my run, and this was a crazy workout. I burned 1,300 total calories, and my heart rate got up to 180 beats per minute. On top of that, it also shows me the different heart rate zones. So you can see I spent a lot of time in zones 1 to 3, which is your endurance building zones. Next, I have zone 4, which I spent almost 18 minutes in. Zone 4 is basically raising your lactic threshold, which is the amount of pace you can maintain before the fatigue starts to build rapidly. So not only did this run build my endurance and stamina, it also helped build my total ceiling for being able to push myself doing a lot of my hard MMA sessions. After that first Everglades run of the second day attempt, I'm now at 3,342 calories for the day. For this second day workout, I did the incline walking again, and I burned 824 calories. That now brings my total of the day to 4,166 calories, less than 3,000 to go. All right, to close off the day, I did one final swim. I burned 500 calories, which brought my full day total to 4,666 calories. At the end of the day, it turns out I couldn't even make it to 5,000 calories, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these out now so I don't gain a bunch of weight, but we'll see you on the next one. All right, did you stop it?
Yeah, I stopped.
Do you want one?
Yeah. Give me one of those.
Do you think they actually believe we threw it out?